The arena is dark and full of theories.
District 2, Victor's Village, 18 years before the 74th Hunger Games. A baby girl is born. Her father is senior peacekeeper instructor Marcus Everdeen, Capitol loyalist, war veteran, true believer. Her mother is Academy medic Elena Everdeen, teaches field medicine and anatomy to career trainees, knows exactly where to strike for instant kills. They name her Katniss, after a plant, but not the swamp plant that keeps people from starving, the mountain variant, beautiful, poisonous, deadly if consumed. The baby grows up in a house where weapons hang on walls like artwork, where dinner conversation involves kill tactics and capital politics, where the Hunger Games broadcasts are mandatory viewing and discussed like military strategy sessions. This is normal in District 2. This is how champions are made. Age 4. Katniss enters the Career Academy. Mandatory youth combat training every District 2 child attends. Most wash out by age 8. The weak ones, the ones with conscience, the ones who hesitate. Katniss never hesitates. First archery lesson, instructor hands her a youth recurve bow, foam-tipped arrows, stationary targets at 10 yards. She hits 9 out of 10. At age 4, first attempt, the instructor notes this in her file. Natural hand-eye coordination. Recommend advanced track. Her father is proud. Takes her hunting that weekend. Real hunting, not for food. For sport, they track a mountain lion in the crags above District 2. Dangerous predator. Kills livestock, sometimes kills people. Her father hands her a real bow. Carbon fiber composite, capital-grade equipment, arrows with hunting broadheads. See that cat? 60 yards upslope. Just behind that boulder. Movement patterns. She's 7 years old. She draws, anchors, releases. Single arrow, through the heart. The mountain lion drops instantly. Doesn't even twitch. Her father stares, then smiles. Ruffles her hair. That's my girl. Not concern that a 7-year-old just killed without hesitation. Pride. Because in District 2, this is what good parenting looks like. That night, her mother teaches her how to field dress the kill, where the organs are, how to remove them cleanly, which cuts of meat are valuable. See this? Elena points to the heart. The arrow passed straight through. Perfect shot placement, instant death, no suffering. That's how we do it. Killing is a skill, like baking bread or building furniture. You practice, you improve, you perfect. No moral component, just technique. Age 9. Advanced tactical courses begin. Camouflage. Katniss learns to blend into any environment. Forest. Mountain. Urban, she can hold position for hours without moving. Predatory patience. Tracking. She learns to read signs. Broken branches. Disturbed soil, she can track a target for miles without being detected. Traps, snares, deadfalls, pit traps. She learns to set them, learns to recognize them, learns to turn an enemy's trap against them. Wilderness survival, fire, shelter, water purification, navigation. She can survive indefinitely in hostile terrain. But the most important training is psychological. Desensitization protocols. Live fire exercises. First against animal targets, deer, wolves, bears, later against human-shaped dummies with synthetic organs that bleed when struck. The Academy runs mock game scenarios. 50 students, simulated arena, non-lethal weapons but full-contact combat. Last one standing wins privileges. Katniss enters her first simulation at age 10. She's one of the youngest, smallest, least experienced. She wins. Not through strength, through patience. She hides for the first 3 hours while older students eliminate each other. Then she picks them off one by one from range. Silent, efficient, ghost tactics. The instructors note this. Advanced strategic thinking. Comfort with solitary operations. Recommends sniper specialization. Her file grows. Competitions, rankings, performance metrics. By age 12, she's the Academy's top female archer. By age 14, she's undefeated in long-range combat scenarios. Kill count in training, 200 animal targets, 50 human-shaped dummies, 0 hesitation, 0 missed shots. But technical skill isn't enough. The Academy teaches ideology. Capital Studies, required course, History of the Dark Days, Why the Rebellion Failed, Why the Districts Deserved Punishment, Why the Hunger Games Maintain Peace. Instructor Corvus teaches this class. Fervent believer, former peacekeeper who fought in the District 13 campaign. The games aren't cruelty, they're justice. The districts rebelled. Millions died. The games ensure that never happens again. 24 tributes die each year so millions can live in peace. That's not oppression. That's mathematics. Katniss raises her hand. What about the tributes who don't volunteer? The ones who are scared? Then they're weak. And weakness is cold. That's natural selection. The capital provides order. The strong thrive, the weak are eliminated. District 2 produces the strong. That's why we're valued. That's why we have privileges other districts don't. Katniss absorbs this. It makes sense to her. Logical, clean, efficient. She's never known poverty, never known hunger, never known oppression. She lives in a nice house with plenty of food and capital luxuries. Her parents have important jobs, respected positions. The system works for her. Why would she question it? Age 15, pre-reaping preparation intensifies. Every 18-year-old in the academy has one goal: volunteer, win, become victor, become legend. Katniss has 3 years left, but she starts preparing anyway. She studies past games footage obsessively. Every victor from the last 20 years. Their tactics, their mistakes, their kills. She identifies patterns, common errors. Careers who rely on brute force get outmaneuvered by clever tributes. Aggressive hunters exhaust themselves. Loud tributes attract attention. Pack dynamics create betrayal. She develops her personal philosophy: kill fast, kill clean, kill alone. Don't waste energy on spectacle. Don't trust allies. Don't give opponents time to adapt. Strike from distance. Disappear. Repeat. She practices signature techniques: long-range shots, extreme distances, moving targets. Low-light conditions, the instructors call it the ghost arrow. She can kill from 100 yards without the target knowing she exists. Just a whisper of fletching, then death. Her practice scores are perfect, 25 out of 25. Every time, any range, any condition. The academy starts showing her footage to younger students. This is the standard. This is what champions look like. Age 17. Simulation victories, 80 to 7% win rate across all scenarios. Personal best, 4-hour mock games with 20 participants. Katniss wins with 0 hits taken, 18 kills. All long range, 2 targets eliminated themselves trying to flush her out. She watched them fall into their own traps. Never fired a shot. The instructors are impressed. Also concerned. Psychological evaluation notes, subject shows exceptional tactical ability, but limited social integration, operates almost exclusively alone, minimal emotional response to simulated kills, recommend monitoring for psychopathic tendencies. But this is District 2. Psychopathic tendencies are assets, not disorders. As long as she's loyal to the capital, and she is, completely, genuinely. She believes in the system, believes the games serve a purpose, believes District 2's role is righteous. She wants to volunteer, wants to win, wants to prove District 2's superiority. Not for family, not for survival, for glory, for validation, for the pure satisfaction of being the best. Age 18. Reaping day. District 2's reaping is nothing like District 12. No terrified children, no grief, no desperation. It's a competition, a spectacle, a celebration. The square is packed. Thousands of citizens watching. Capitol cameras broadcasting, the entire district vibrating with anticipation. The stage holds the escort, the mayor, the previous year's victor, all smiling, proud. The escort is a Capitol woman named Cassia, bright purple hair, gold makeup, synthetic enthusiasm. Welcome, welcome. What an honor to be here in District 2, home of champions and heroes. The crowd roars. Now, as always, ladies first. She reaches into the reaping bowl. But it doesn't matter what name she draws. Someone will volunteer. Multiple someones. The name, Lydia Vance. A 12-year-old girl starts crying, immediately drowned out by voices. I volunteer. I volunteer. 30 girls surge toward the stage, all 18 years old, all academy trained, all desperate for this chance. They shove, they claw, they draw blood fighting for position. Katniss is in the back of this crowd, watching, calculating. She doesn't fight, she waits. 3 girls reach the stage first, start grappling with each other, pulling hair, throwing elbows. Peacekeepers move to intervene. Create order. The crowd laughs. This is entertainment. Katniss walks forward, not running, not fighting, just walking with absolute certainty. She reaches the stage steps. A girl blocks her path. Older, stronger, named Brutia, known for hand-to-hand combat skills. Back off, Everdeen. This is mine. Just drives her knee into Brutia's solar plexus. Follows with an elbow to the temple. Brutia drops. Katniss walks past her unconscious body, up the steps. To the microphone, the other girls on stage freeze. They know who she is, know her reputation, know her scores. Katniss speaks into the microphone, voice clear, cold, absolute. I am Katniss Everdeen, and I will bring glory to District 2. The crowd erupts. This is what they want: confidence, dominance. A true champion, Cassia is delighted. Well, what a volunteer! And what's your training score, dear? Exceptional. Only a handful of tributes have ever scored that high in training. Wonderful, and now for the boys. The same chaos, same violence, same competition. The male tribute is Cato, 18. Massive, sword specialist, hand-to-hand expert, aggressive, loud, natural pack leader. He physically throws two competitors off the stage, grabs the microphone. I'm Cato, and I'm going to set a new record for fastest victory. The crowd loves it. Two champions, both from District 2, both confident, both deadly. Cassia beams. I think we have a very exciting games ahead of us. Katniss and Cato shake hands on stage. Required tradition. Their grips are crushing, both testing, both evaluating. Cato leans in. Whispers, may the best tribute win. Katniss whispers back, I will. Not bravado. Not trash talk. Simple statement of fact. The train to the capital leaves within the hour, luxury beyond anything District 12 tributes experience. But District 2 tributes are used to capital comforts. This is standard. Katniss and Cato sit in the dining car with their mentor, Brutus, victor of the 48th Games, career specialist, tactical genius. He's worked with dozens of tributes, knows the patterns, knows what works. You two are strong. Best prospects I've seen in years. The question is whether you can work together long enough to eliminate the weak tributes before you kill each other. Cato, I can work with her as long as she follows my lead. Katniss, I don't follow. I execute optimal tactics. If your leadership aligns with optimal tactics, we'll cooperate. If not, I operate independently. Brutus laughs. You're both alphas. This is going to be interesting. What about the other careers? Katniss asks. Districts 1 and 4. What's their quality? Brutus pulls out files. Intel from the training center. Preliminary assessments. District 1 male. Marvel. Spear specialist. Strong but not exceptional. Follower personality. Loyal. Won't challenge leadership. District 1 female. Glimmer. Uses a bow. Decent but not expert level. Attractive. Will lean on sponsors. Cato laughs. A bow? Everdeen, you've got competition. I don't. Brutus continues. District 4 female. Clove, knife specialist, 15 years old, sadistic, close combat expert, dangerous at short range. What about the outer districts? Katniss studies the files. Any threats? District 11 male, Thresh, massive, strong, farm worker, limited training but physical dominance. Could be dangerous in close combat. Anyone else? District 12 male, Peeta Mellark, baker's son, strong but untrained, charming in interviews. That's about it. Katniss commits the name to memory. Peeta Mellark, District 12, Baker. Weak, easy target. The train arrives in the capital. Crowds screaming, cameras flashing, citizens in absurd costumes waving and cheering. Katniss watches them through the window, studies their faces. Their excitement, their hunger for violence dressed up as entertainment. She understands them. She wants the same thing they want, to see excellence, to see dominance, to see the best tribute win. That tribute will be her. The training center, 3 days of preparation. Day 1, public displays. The tribute gymnasium, dozens of stations, survival skills, combat skills, weapons. Every tribute trying to impress, trying to intimidate, trying to hide weaknesses. Katniss ignores the survival stations, fire-making, shelter building, knot tying. Beneath her, she learned all that before age 10. She goes directly to the archery range. recurve bows, compound bows, longbows, crossbows, targets at various distances, stationary, moving, elevated. She selects a recurve, her preferred weapon, tests the draw weight, adjusts the sight, nocks an arrow, 25 targets, various distances. 10 to 100 yards, she fires 25 arrows, doesn't rush, doesn't showboat, just executes. 25 hits, 25 kill shots, heart, head, throat. The other tributes stop what they're doing, watch. The gymnasium goes quiet except for the sound of arrows hitting targets. Perfect accuracy, zero wasted movement, pure efficiency. When she's done, she sets the bow down, walks away, doesn't acknowledge the stares. Glimmer approaches the archery station next. District 1 female, blonde, beautiful, wearing tight training clothes designed to attract sponsor attention. She picks up the same bow Katniss used, tries the same course. She hits 18 out of 25. Respectable, better than most tributes, but not perfect. Katniss watches from across the gymnasium, evaluates, analyzes. Glimmer's form is adequate. Proper stance, proper draw. But her release is inconsistent. She rushes, prioritizes speed over precision. Conclusion: inferior competitor. Eliminate early to secure bow supplies. Glimmer catches Katniss staring, smiles, waves. Katniss doesn't respond, just turns away, already dismissing her. Cato dominates the sword station. Brutal. Aggressive. Destroys training dummies with overwhelming force. The knife station is Clove's domain. 15 years old but terrifying. She throws knives with casual precision, hits moving targets, makes it look easy. Marvel practices with spears. Solid technique. Nothing exceptional. The District 12 tributes are struggling. The boy, Peeta, is trying the camouflage station. Actually has talent for it. Blends colors, creates patterns. It's art, not tactics. The girl is tiny, malnourished. Clearly from the seam. She's at the survival stations, learning basics, fire, shelter, food identification. Katniss watches her for 30 seconds, calculates threat level, 0. She won't survive the bloodbath, not worth detailed analysis. Day 2, strategy development. The careers meet in private. Cato, Katniss, Marvel, Glimmer, Clove. They're forming the pack. Standard career strategy. Alliance of the strongest. Eliminate the weak first. Turn on each other last. Cato takes charge. Natural leader. Loud. Commanding. We control the cornucopia. Secure supplies. Hunt as a pack. Kill anyone who runs. Standard protocol. Marvel nods. I'm in. Glimmer smiles. Of course. Clove who leads. This is the critical question. Career packs need hierarchy. Clear command, usually the District 2 male. Usually Cato. Cato, I lead. District 2 tradition. We're the best trained. I've got the most kills in simulation. Katniss speaks. First time since the meeting started. How many? 37 simulated kills. Academy record. I have 203. That's impossible. Animal targets, training exercises, live fire scenarios, 50 human-shaped dummies. The Academy keeps detailed records you can verify. Damn, Cato's jaw tightens. That's not the same as leading a pack. Combat, strategy, coordination. You're right. I don't lead packs, I operate alone, but I'll coordinate with you during the initial phase. We eliminate the outer districts first. That's optimal tactics. After that, we settle dominance naturally. Glimmer. What does that mean? Katniss looks at her. It means whoever survives is the better tribute. The Alliance agrees. Uneasy. Everyone knows this ends in betrayal. That's how career packs work. The only question is timing. Day 3, private sessions with the game makers. Each tribute gets 15 minutes. Demonstrate skills, impress the people who control the arena. Earn a training score. Scores range from 1 to 12. Anything above 8 is exceptional. 10 or higher is rare. Katniss waits her turn, studies the game makers through the glass. 7 of them, senior, powerful, drunk. They've been watching tributes all day. They're bored, distracted, talking among themselves. This is a problem. If they're not paying attention, they can't be impressed. She enters the gymnasium. They barely glance at her. Continue their conversation. Head game maker Seneca Crane notices eventually. Ah, District 2 female, please begin. Slightly annoyed? Is there a problem? No. But I need your attention. What I'm about to show you, you'll only see once. It would be unfortunate if you missed it. The other game makers stop talking, intrigued, slightly offended. This tribute has audacity. Very well, you have our attention. Selects a recurve bow, signals for a training dummy to be positioned. Technician places it at 50 yards, standard distance. 80 yards, Katniss says. The technician looks at Seneca. He nods. The dummy is repositioned. Katniss picks up an apple from the refreshment table, walks to the dummy, places the apple on its head, walks back to the firing line. 80 yards. Nearly the length of a football field. The game makers are paying attention now. This is either genius or suicide. Katniss knocks an arrow. No practice shots, no warm-up, just draws, anchors, releases. The arrow splits the apple vertically. Perfect bisection. Embeds in the dummy's forehead. The apple halves fall to the ground. Silence. Katniss sets the bow down. Looks at Seneca. Thank you for your time. Just exits. The game makers stare at the dummy, at the apple, at the arrow buried in synthetic skull. Seneca smiles. Well, that was memorable. Later that day, scores are announced. The tributes gather in the Tribute Center common area. Large screen displays each tribute's face and score. District 1, Marvel scores 9, Glimmer scores 8, District 2, Cato scores 10, Katniss scores 12. District 3, both tributes score 5. District 4, Clove scores 10. Down the list. Lower districts. Lower scores. District 12 male scores 8, surprising. District 12 female scores 11, shocking. But nobody cares about District 12. All attention is on Katniss. 12, perfect score. Tied for highest in game's history. Cato's jaw is tight, his 10 is excellent, but not perfect, not 12. Glimmer looks threatened. The other bow user just proved she's inferior. Katniss feels nothing. She knew she'd score 12. The demonstration was flawless. The result was inevitable. Caesar Flickerman interviews. Mandatory. Broadcast to all of Panem. Each tribute gets 3 minutes. Dress in costume. Perform. Win sponsors. Katniss's stylist, a capital designer named Cinna, dresses her in District 2 military chic. Black leather, silver accents, weapon harness, not sexy, not cute, intimidating. She walks on stage. Caesar stands. Applause from the audience. Katniss Everdeen, welcome, please sit. Doesn't smile, doesn't perform, just exists. Predator on display. Caesar, so, a perfect 12. How do you feel about that? I expected it. The demonstration was executed flawlessly. Confident. I like it. Tell me, what can you say to your competitors watching right now? Katniss looks directly into the camera. They're not competitors, they're targets, and I don't miss. The audience goes silent. Then erupts, half cheering, half shocked. Caesar, wow, okay, very direct. Do you have a strategy going into the arena? Yes. Can you share? No. Fair enough. What about allies? The career pack? Temporary coordination. Optimal tactics suggest eliminating weak tributes first. After that, we'll see who's superior. Caesar shifts, uncomfortable. Usually tributes play coy, act reluctant. Create drama. Katniss is treating this like a military briefing. Right. Well, any final message for your family back home? I'll make District 2 proud. I'm sure you will, ladies and gentlemen. Katniss Everdeen. Applause. She exits. Doesn't wave, doesn't smile, just leaves. Backstage, Cinna approaches. That was intense. That was honest. The sponsors want drama, romance, conflict. The sponsors want a winner. I'll give them that. The night before the games. Final meeting with Brutus. You're ready. Both of you. Cato, you'll lead the ground assault. Katniss, you secure the high ground. Sniper position. Protect the pack from range. Cato, what about the tracker? Every tribute has a tracking device. The game makers monitor locations. But the careers know a trick. You can remove another tribute's tracker post-mortem. Confuse the game makers. Create uncertainty. Brutus, standard protocol, take trackers from kills, mess with their data. But that's secondary. Primary objective, control the cornucopia. Control supplies. Control the arena. Estimated time to final 8, 3 days, maybe 4, depends on how fast you eliminate the runners. And after that, Brutus looks at both of them. After that, you're on your own. I can't help you kill each other. But I can tell you this, the tribute who wins will be the one who adapts fastest. The arena changes. The game makers interfere. Plans fail. Whoever thinks clearest under pressure survives. Katniss nods. Understood, she goes to her room. Sleeps immediately. No nerves, no fear. Just cold anticipation. Tomorrow, 23 tributes die. She'll kill at least 12 of them. Maybe more. This is what she was made for. Launch day, the tribute center to the arena. Hovercraft. Tracker injection, medical check. Standard procedures. Katniss is calm. Heart rate 60 beats per minute. Resting. The medical tech notes this. Impressive control. The launch room. Final preparation. She's given her arena outfit. Dark green jacket. Brown pants, sturdy boots. Designed for woodland terrain, so the arena is forest. Good. She's trained extensively in forest combat. 60 seconds until launch. She steps onto the platform. Glass tube descends. Seals her in. The platform rises. Up through the tunnel. Into light. The arena materializes. Forest. As predicted, but also a lake. Mountains in the distance. Cornucopia in the center. Golden horn filled with supplies. And tributes. 24 platforms arranged in a circle. 60 seconds apart. Katniss scans rapidly. Identifies threats. Cato, 40 yards to her left, closest to the cornucopia. Good position. Clove, 30 yards right. Also close. Marvel and Glimmer, further out. Will have to sprint. The bow. She spots it immediately. Silver-wrapped backpack. 20 yards from the cornucopia. 2 o'clock position. That's her target. Grab the bow. Secure high ground. Provide overwatch. Countdown begins. 60 seconds, she calculates. Sprint speed. Distance, competition for the same supplies. The District 9 male is on the platform next to her. Skinny, malnourished. Staring at the cornucopia with wide eyes. He's going for supplies too. He'll die. Probably within 15 seconds. She dismisses him. Not a threat. Not worth attention. 30 seconds. Heart rate increases slightly. 70 beats per minute. Adrenaline. Controlled. Useful. She flexes her fingers, visualizes the grab, the sprint, the climb. 20 seconds, Cato is staring at the cornucopia. So is Clove. They're ready. The Outer District tributes look terrified. Some are crying. The District 12 girl is shaking. Pathetic. 10 seconds. Katniss focuses, breathes, enters the zone. Everything slows. Every detail sharp. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gong. The 74th Hunger Games begin. The gong sounds. Katniss explodes off the platform. 4.2 seconds to the cornucopia. Fastest time among all tributes, years of sprint training. Explosive power from proper nutrition and conditioning that Outer District tributes never received. The silver backpack is right where she spotted it. 20 yards. Straight line. She grabs it mid-stride. Doesn't slow. Feels the weight compound bow inside. Quiver, arrows, perfect. A body crashes into her peripheral vision. District 6 female, reaching for the same pack, too slow, wrong timing. Pulls the hunting knife from her belt, standard issue in the pack, and drives it upward into the girl's rib cage, between the 4th and 5th rib, straight into the heart. Her mother taught her that strike. Instant death, no screaming, no theatrics. The girl drops, first kill, 12 seconds elapsed. Katniss keeps moving, heading for the cornucopia's upper platform, high ground. Sniper position. She's climbing the Golden Horn when she sees Cato engaged with the District 10 male. Big kid. Farm worker, strong. Trying to tackle Cato from behind. Amateur mistake. Never attack a career from behind when another career has line of sight. Katniss is already knocking an arrow. Draw, anchor, release. The arrow takes the District 10 male through the throat. He drops. Cato doesn't even realize he was in danger until he hears the body fall. He looks up, sees Katniss on the cornucopia, nods once. Acknowledgement. Second kill. 18 seconds elapsed. She reaches the top platform, 3 meters above ground level. Perfect vantage, 360-degree view of the battlefield. The bloodbath is chaos below. 24 tributes, 14 will die in the next 5 minutes. Standard statistics. Katniss surveys targets, prioritizes by threat level and proximity. District 8 female, grabbing medical supplies. 30 yards, clear shot, draw, anchor, release. Arrow through the skull, headshot, instant death. Third kill. 24 seconds elapsed. District 9 male, running for the tree line. 60 yards, moving target. Lead the target, calculate speed and trajectory. Release. Arrow hits him in the back of the head. He tumbles. Doesn't get up. Fourth kill. 41 seconds elapsed. Cato is on the ground doing what he does best. Brutal close-quarters combat. His sword cuts through the District 7 female. She's dead before she hits the ground. Marvel has impaled the District 5 male with his spear. Efficient. Clove is carving through the District 3 male with her knives. Overkill. Wasteful, but effective. The career pack is executing perfectly. Ground control. Perimeter security. Kill zone established. Katniss continues Overwatch, picking off anyone who tries to flee. District 5 female is hiding behind a supply crate, thinks she's safe, doesn't understand angles. Katniss positions herself, sees the gap, 6-inch opening between crates. She fires through it, the arrow passes through the gap and hits the girl in the lung. Not an instant kill, but fatal. She'll bleed out in minutes. Fifth kill. 53 seconds elapsed. The bloodbath starts winding down. The smart tributes have already fled. The slow ones are dead. The ones in between are dying. District 11 male Thresh runs. He's massive, fast, smart enough to know he can't fight 5 careers simultaneously. Katniss tracks him with her bow. Could drop him. Easy shot. But Cato is signaling. Let him run. We'll hunt him later. Chasing now wastes time. Better to secure supplies first. Hunt stragglers after. Katniss lowers her bow. Agrees with the call. The gong stopped sounding 30 seconds ago. The bloodbath is over. 11 tributes dead. Cannons fire in sequence. Boom, boom, boom. 11 times. The career pack stands in the cornucopia. Cato, Katniss, Marvel, Glimmer, Clove. 5 predators. Surrounded by bodies, covered in blood. Cato is grinning. That's how it's done. District 2 dominance. Katniss descends from her perch, checks her arrow count. Started with 24, used 5, 19 remaining. She retrieves arrows from her kills when possible. The one through the District 8 female's skull is reusable. Wipe off the blood, good as new. Professional, efficient, waste nothing. Glimmer approaches her, fake friendly smile. Nice shooting. Katniss doesn't respond, just walks past her to inventory supplies. The cornucopia has everything: food, water, medicine, weapons, camping gear, enough to sustain 5 tributes for weeks. But they won't need weeks. This will be over in days. Cato organizes, natural leader. We set up camp here, rotate watch shifts, hunt during the day. Anyone tries to raid supplies at night, we kill them. Marvel, what's the hunting plan? We split up, cover more ground. Katniss, you're our scout. You move quiet. You've got range. You find them, we kill them. Katniss considers this. I work better alone. You work for the pack until the pack decides otherwise. Power struggle. Testing dominance. Everyone watches. Katniss calculates fighting Cato now is suboptimal. She needs the alliance to eliminate weak tributes. After that, she can operate independently. Fine, I'll scout, but I choose my own routes. I report back when I have targets. You coordinate ground pursuit. First night, camp at the cornucopia. The careers have built a fire. Large, visible, deliberately threatening, broadcasting their position. Saying, we're here, we control this arena. Come try to take it. Nobody comes. They eat well. Capital food from supply crates. Dried fruit, jerky, bread, cheese. Katniss eats mechanically. Fuel for tomorrow, nothing more. Glimmer is trying to bond with the group. Talking, laughing, playing up charm. So Katniss, that 12 you scored, what did you do in the private session? Shot an arrow? That's it? Just one arrow? One arrow was sufficient. Glimmer laughs nervously, realizes she's not getting anywhere. Tries different approach. I use a bow too. Maybe we could practice together? Share techniques? Now Katniss does look at her. Cold stare. Your release is inconsistent. You prioritize speed over precision. You'd be a liability in combat. Silence. Marvel and Clove exchange glances. Glimmer's smile freezes. Wow, okay, just trying to be friendly. I don't need functioning allies. You're adequate for your role. Maintain that standard. The temperature drops, social dynamics fracturing already. Cato intervenes. Everyone sleeps in shifts, 2 awake at all times. Katniss, you take first watch with me. The others settle in. Glimmer clearly hurt. Marvel uncomfortable. Clove amused. Katniss and Cato sit opposite sides of the fire, weapons ready. Watching the tree line, Cato speaks quietly. You're making enemies. I'm establishing hierarchy. Glimmer is weak. She uses charm instead of skill. That makes her unpredictable. She's also got sponsors. People like her. You really believe that? Katniss looks at him. You have 10 kills in these games so far. I have 5. But mine were all long range, precision. Yours were close combat, brutal. We each have our strengths. Glimmer's strength is apparently looking pretty while missing targets. That's not a strength in the arena. You're going to kill her, aren't you? Eventually, after she's served her purpose. And what about me? You're the most dangerous tribute here. Strong, fast, well-trained. Killing you will be difficult. So I'll wait until you're weakened, injured, distracted. Then I'll put an arrow through your skull from 100 yards. You'll never see it coming. Cato stares at her. She's just told him her exact plan. Complete honesty. Why tell me? The question is timing, and I'm better at timing than you are. Silence. Then Cato nods. Respect. At least you're honest. Lying is inefficient. They sit in silence. 2 apex predators, temporary allies, future enemies. Above them, the anthem plays. The seal of the Capitol projects in the sky. Then faces of the dead. District 3 male and female. District 5 male and female. District 6 female. District 8 female, District 9 male, District 10 male. 11 faces, 11 dead, 13 remaining. Day 2 begins. Hunt protocols. Cato's plan: split up, cover ground, flush out hiding tributes. Katniss takes the eastern forest. Dense trees, creek running through, good cover for weak tributes trying to hide. She moves silent, ghost tactics. Every step deliberate, no broken branches, no disturbed leaves. She's tracking, reading signs. Broken ferns, displaced stones, fresh mud on tree bark. Someone came through here recently, within the last hour. She follows. Patient, no rush. 200 yards in, she finds a makeshift shelter. Poorly constructed. Visible from 30 yards, amateur work. District 3 female is inside, sleeping, exhausted from running all night. Katniss could kill her now. Single arrow, easy. But she hears something else. Movement. 50 yards north, she climbs a tree. Silent, observes. District 7 male, also alone, also hiding, setting up camp near a water source. 2 targets, close proximity. She can eliminate both without alerting the others. She starts with the District 3 female. Still sleeping, draw, anchor, release. Arrow through the heart. The girl doesn't wake up. Just stops breathing, cannon fires. The District 7 male hears it, panics, starts running. Wrong decision. Katniss tracks his movement, leads the shot, releases. Arrow hits him in the spine. He goes down, paralyzed. Screaming, she drops from the tree. Approaches, draws her knife. Mercy kill. Quick, through the throat. Second cannon. 2 kills before noon. Efficient. She returns to the cornucopia. Reports to Cato. 2 down, eastern sector. District 3 female, District 7 male. Good. Marvel got the District 8 male. We're making progress. How many left? Cato counts. 9. Us 5. Then District 4 female, District 11 male, District 12 male and female. The District 12 tributes, where are they? Or dead and we haven't found the bodies. Katniss considers. The male, Peeta. He's a baker. No combat skills, but he scored an 8. That's unusual for District 12. So he has something. Some skill we haven't identified. That makes him unpredictable. You worried about a baker? I'm thorough about all threats, even minor ones. Day 3. The hunt continues. Katniss is alone in the forest. Prefers it this way. No pack dynamics, no noise. Just her and the environment. She's been tracking the District 12 male for 6 hours. Found his trail near the creek. followed it into dense undergrowth. He's using camouflage. She finds evidence, mud mixed with berry juice, applied to skin, blending into surroundings. Smart, that's how he scored an 8. Artistic skill applied to survival. But she's smarter. She's not looking for a person. She's looking for patterns. Disruptions, things that don't belong. There, 20 yards ahead, a rock that's slightly wrong. Color too uniform. Shape too regular. She circles, approaches from downwind, silent. It's him. Peeta Mellark, covered in mud and bark, pressed against a boulder, nearly invisible. He's not sleeping. He's aware, scared, trying to stay absolutely still. She could kill him now. But she's curious. How long has he been here? How long can he maintain this position? She decides to test him, see if he breaks. She sits 30 yards away, behind cover, waits. Hours pass. The sun moves. Temperature drops. Peeta doesn't move, doesn't shift. Complete stillness, impressive discipline for an untrained tribute. Night falls. Katniss is still waiting, still watching. Finally, Peeta moves, slowly, carefully. Reaches for his water bottle. That's when she knows. He's been rationing, conserving resources, planning for long-term survival. Not a fighter, a survivor. Different strategy, less effective in a career-dominated games, but clever. She decides to end this. She's learned what she wanted. He's disciplined, but not a threat. She stands, steps into the open. Deliberately loud, Peeta sees her, freezes, eyes wide with terror. She knocks an arrow, draws, aims at his center mass. Run, horror. She's hunting him for sport. He runs. She waits, counts to 10, then follows. He's fast for his size, strong legs from carrying bakery supplies. But he's injured, limping, sword wound across his thigh from an earlier encounter with Cato. He's leaving blood trail. Easy to follow. She tracks him for 2 days, deliberately, letting him think he's escaping, watching him exhaust himself. She could end this any time. But she's savoring it. This is what she was trained for. The hunt, the chase, the inevitable conclusion. Day 5. Peeta is breaking. Sleep deprivation, blood loss, dehydration. He's stumbling, delirious. Katniss decides it's time. She's bored now, ready to move on. She waits until he's in open ground. Desperate sprint toward the cornucopia, probably hoping for medicine, maybe hoping for miracle. She's 100 yards behind him, elevated position on a ridge. Perfect shot setup, clear sightline, no wind, target moving in straight line. She draws, anchors. Leads the target, accounts for drop over distance, releases. The arrow flies. Perfect arc, perfect trajectory. Hits Peeta Mellark through the throat, exactly as she planned 5 days ago. He drops, crashes face first into dirt, doesn't move. Cannon fires. Katniss feels nothing, just satisfaction at precise execution. Clean kill, no wasted arrows. She retrieves the arrow, wipes blood on the grass, returns it to her quiver. That's 9 kills total. She's leading the career pack in eliminations. Back at the cornucopia, the pack is consolidating. Remaining tributes, 8 total. Careers, Katniss, Cato, Marvel, Glimmer, Clove. Outer districts, District 4 female, District 11 male, Thresh, District 12 female. Cato is getting impatient. We need to flush out the last 3. Force them into the open. Clove suggests. Set fire to the forest, smoke them out. Marvel, the game makers won't allow it. They want good television, hunts, chases, drama. Katniss has been studying the arena, the lake, the forest, the mountains, the cornucopia. The water source, there's only one major source, the lake. Everyone has to drink. We control the lake, we control survival. Cato considers. We patrol the perimeter, kill anyone who approaches. No, too much ground to cover. 3 of us patrol, 2 guard supplies, split the pack, temporarily. Optimal tactics. We catch them when they're desperate. Day 6. New strategy implemented. Katniss, Cato, and Marvel patrol the lake, rotating shifts. 8-hour blocks. Glimmer and Clove guard the cornucopia. It's during Glimmer's watch that the plan falls apart. Night 6. Katniss is scouting near the lake. Hears something unusual. Buzzing. Angry. Familiar. Tracker jackers. She knows the sound. Career Academy trained her to recognize capital mutations. Tracker jackers are weaponized wasps. Venom causes hallucinations, pain, death if stung enough times. She locates the nest, hanging from a tree branch, directly above the path leading back to the cornucopia. And she gets an idea. Glimmer has been irritating her for days. Incompetent, weak, using charm instead of skill. She's served her purpose. Time to eliminate her. Katniss doesn't need to get her hands dirty. The arena will do it. She returns to camp. Glimmer is on watch, alone. Clove is sleeping. Katniss approaches quietly. I heard something. North side might be the District 12 girl. Glimmer perks up. Really? Should we wake the others? No, it might be nothing. Just go check. I'll cover your watch position. Glimmer hesitates, but she wants to prove herself, wants to contribute, wants Katniss's approval. Okay, I'll be quick. She leaves. Heads north, exactly where Katniss directed her, exactly where the tracker-jacker nest is positioned. Katniss waits, counts, estimates time to target. Then she hears it, screaming, panicked, terrified. Glimmer comes running back, covered in tracker-jackers, stung dozens of times, face swelling, hallucinating. She collapses 20 yards from the cornucopia, still conscious, still screaming. The wasps disperse. Job done. Clove wakes up, sees Glimmer dying. What happened? She went scouting, must have disturbed a nest. Clove watches Glimmer convulse. Dies slowly, doesn't help. Understands this is the arena. You make mistakes, you die. Cannon fires. Katniss walks over to the body, retrieves Glimmer's bow and arrows, better equipment than she currently has. Waste not. The tracker-jackers killed her. I just provided directions, same thing. Functionally, yes. No witnesses except Clove. And Clove understands career politics. This is normal, expected. The pack was always going to fracture. Cato and Marvel return at dawn, see Glimmer's body being airlifted out. Cato looks at Katniss. Accident. She was careless. He nods, doesn't press, doesn't care. One less competitor. 5 tributes remain. Day 7. The final 5 begin to circle each other. Careers, Katniss, Cato, Marvel, Clove. Outer districts, District 11 male, Thresh, District 12 female. The game makers announce a feast, mandatory event. Something each tribute desperately needs is at the cornucopia. Katniss doesn't need anything, she's fully supplied. But the announcement is clear. This is forced confrontation. The game makers are tired of waiting. Cato strategizes. This is the end game we set up. Ambush whoever comes. Kill them all. Marvel. What if the other careers try to take us out? The feast begins at dawn. Day 8, 4 backpacks appear on the cornucopia, each marked with a district number. District 11, District 12, District 1. Katniss doesn't approach. She's 150 yards away. Sniper position, high ground, perfect visibility. Cato and Marvel are at the cornucopia. Visible. Bait, Clove is hidden. Close quarters. Knife range, they wait. District 12 female appears first. Tiny, malnourished, but fast. She sprints for her pack. Clove intercepts. Brutal. Tackles her, pins her, knives ready. But before Clove can finish it, Thresh appears. Massive, enraged. He's been watching, waiting. Now he strikes. Grabs a rock, crushes Clove's skull with one swing. Cannon fires. Cato roars. Charges Thresh, sword drawn. They clash. Titans. Brutal close combat, strength versus skill. Katniss watches through her sight. Calculates, waits for clean shot, but they're moving too fast. Too close, risk of hitting Cato. She sees Marvel, he's grabbed his pack. Running. Wrong choice. Never turn your back on a career. Katniss pivots, tracks him, leads the shot, releases. Arrow through the spine. Marvel drops. Cannon fires. Now it's Cato versus Thresh. 1-on-1. Thresh is winning. Pure strength. Overwhelming power. But Katniss has a clean shot now. Thresh's head. Perfect target. She releases. The arrow takes Thresh through the temple. Instant death. He drops mid-swing. Cannon fires. Cato stumbles back, panting. Looks around for the shooter. Sees Katniss on her ridge. She waves once. Mockingly. He understands. She just saved him, but also demonstrated she could have killed him anytime. Power dynamics shift. Katniss is in control now. 3 tributes remain. Katniss, Cato. District 12 female, the girl from District 12, has disappeared. grabbed her pack during the chaos, fled into the forest. Cato climbs up to Katniss's position. You took out Thresh. I took out the biggest threat. You could have let him kill me. Not yet. You're still useful. For what? Drawing out the last tribute. She's terrified of you. She'll avoid you. But she doesn't know where I am. Optimal tactics. And after we kill her, Katniss looks at him. Then we settle this. He nods. At least you're honest. Day 9. The final 3. The arena has been shrinking. Game maker manipulation. Forcing them together. Nightfall brings new horror. Mutations. Wolf-like creatures. But wrong. Too intelligent. Too aggressive. Genetically engineered by the Capitol, they're hurting the tributes, pushing them toward the cornucopia. Katniss and Cato both run. The District 12 girl is already there, climbing the Golden Horn, trying to escape the mutts. The 3 tributes reach the summit, surrounded by monsters below. Standoff, weapons drawn. The girl has a bow, adequate skill, but shaking, exhausted, scared. Cato has his sword. Close combat specialist, dangerous at this range. Katniss has her bow, long-range advantage, but limited space on the cornucopia's peak. Cato moves first, charges the girl. She fires an arrow, misses. He grabs her, uses her as shield. Smart tactics. Katniss can't shoot without hitting the girl, but the girl fights, slashes his arm with knife. He drops her. She stumbles, falls toward the mutts. Katniss fires, not at the girl, at Cato's grip on the cornucopia support structure. The metal buckles. He loses balance, exposes his torso. She fires again, arrow through the chest, punctures his heart. He falls into the mutts. They tear him apart, screaming. Prolonged death. Cannon fires. 2 remain, Katniss and the District 12 girl. The girl stares, terrified, bow drawn. Shaking, please. We could both. Arrow through the girl's throat. She drops, falls into the mutts. Cannon fires. Silence. Then the announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, the victor of the 74th Hunger Games, Katniss Everdeen. District 2. The mutts disappear. Game maker recall. The arena powers down. Katniss stands alone on the cornucopia, covered in blood. 12 kills, 10 days. She feels nothing. Just completion. Task finished. Objective achieved. The hovercraft arrives, extracts her. Medical bay examination. She's physically fine. Minor cuts. Bruises, nothing serious. The real assessment is psychological. Capitol doctors monitor her vitals, her responses, her emotional state. How do you feel? Satisfied? Any regrets? Only that it ended so quickly. They note this. Perfect subject. No trauma, no guilt. Just cold efficiency. President Snow watches from his office. Pleased. This is what the Capitol needs. Loyal, lethal, perfect. The hovercraft lands in the Capitol. Training Center Medical Bay. Immediate processing. Katniss is cleaned. Injuries treated. Nothing serious. Some dehydration. Minor lacerations. Bruising from combat. All superficial. The medical team is efficient. Professional. They've done this 73 times before, but they note something unusual in her file. Subject shows no signs of psychological trauma. Heart rate normal. No stress indicators. No emotional dysregulation. Recommended. Standard Victor processing with psychiatric monitoring. She's moved to the Victor Suite, luxury beyond anything District 12 tributes experience, but standard for District 2. She's seen this before, visited previous Victors, trained in these facilities. The room is large, comfortable, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the Capitol, bed, bathroom, entertainment systems, everything a Victor needs. She ignores it all, goes to the window, watches the city below, citizens celebrating her face on every screen. District 2's newest champion. A knock at the door. Her prep team enters. Cinna leads them, the stylist who dressed her for the interviews. Katniss, congratulations. You were magnificent. She doesn't respond, just stands there, waiting. We need to prepare you for the Victor's interview. Tonight, Caesar Flickerman live broadcast to all of Panem. The entire Capitol is waiting to hear from you. What do you need me to do? Just be yourself. The Capitol loves you. You're exactly what they want. Strong, confident, unbreakable. They dress her. Black gown, silver accents. District 2 military aesthetic maintained. But elegant, feminine, they want her beautiful and deadly simultaneously. Hair styled, makeup applied. She looks like a warrior queen, exactly the image the Capitol wants to project. The interview stage, Caesar Flickerman waiting, the crowd roaring, thousands of Capitol citizens, cameras broadcasting to every district. Katniss walks out, no hesitation, no nervousness, just walks to the chair and sits. Caesar stands. Applause intensifies. He waits for it to die down. Katniss Everdeen, victor of the 74th Hunger Games, welcome. How does it feel? Satisfying. I achieved my objective. Your objective was to win. My objective was to prove District 2's superiority. I did that. Caesar laughs. Comfortable. She's giving him exactly what he needs. Confidence. Pride. No moral ambiguity. Let's talk about the games. 12 kills. Tied for the record, that's extraordinary. It's adequate. I had opportunities for more but prioritized efficiency over volume. Efficiency. I love it. Walk us through your strategy. How did you approach the arena? Secure supplies at cornucopia. Establish territorial control. Eliminate weak tributes first. Use the career pack for coordinated hunting. Dissolve the pack when optimal. Execute remaining threats. Win. Simple as that? Strategy doesn't need to be complicated. Just effective. Caesar pulls up footage. The bloodbath. Katniss on top of the cornucopia. Firing arrows with mechanical precision. This moment. 60 seconds into the games. You already have 5 kills. What's going through your mind? Katniss watches the screen. Evaluates her own performance. Target acquisition. Threat assessment. Arrow conservation. Standard protocols. No fear. Fear is inefficient. The audience loves this. They're eating it up. A victor who treats killing like a job, who shows no weakness, no doubt. Caesar continues. Now, there's been some discussion about Glimmer's death, the tracker-jacker incident. Can you tell us what happened? Katniss looks directly at the camera, doesn't blink. She was careless, disturbed a nest during a scouting run. The arena punished her mistake. You weren't with her. I was on watch at the cornucopia. She went alone, against protocol. That's why she died. Lies told with perfect confidence. Nobody can prove otherwise. Clove is dead. Cato is dead. No witnesses. Caesar nods, accepts it, moves on. The final showdown. You, Cato, and the District 12 girl. 3 tributes. Tell us about that. Cato was the primary threat. Close combat specialist, strong, well-trained. I used the environment, compromised his position, forced him to expose himself, then eliminated him. And the girl from District 12? She hesitated, tried to negotiate, that's why she lost. What would you say to her family watching? I'd say she shouldn't have been in the arena if she couldn't handle the reality. The games aren't charity, they're competition. She competed, she lost. That's the end of it. Uncomfortable, but then someone starts clapping, then another. Then the entire audience erupts in applause. They love her brutality, her honesty, her complete lack of apologetics. Caesar is grinning. This is perfect television. Ladies and gentlemen, Katniss Everdeen, District 2's newest victor. The interview ends. She exits to standing ovation. Backstage, Brutus is waiting. Her mentor, former victor, he's smiling. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. You gave them exactly what they wanted. I told the truth. Even better, the Capitol loves a victor who believes in the system. Who doesn't need to be convinced or coached? You're authentic. That's rare. What happens now? The victory tour. You visit every district, show your face, accept their congratulations, remind them who won. Standard procedure. When? 6 months. They'll give you time to settle, train the next tributes, become a mentor. Then the tour. I'll be ready. But first, she has a meeting. Presidential summons. President Coriolanus Snow wants to speak with her personally. The presidential mansion. Massive. Opulent. Designed to intimidate, Katniss is escorted through marble halls, past guards, past servants, into Snow's private office. He's there, sitting behind his desk, 76 years old. White hair, white roses on his lapel. The smell of blood and roses mixed together. Miss Everdeen, please, sit. Doesn't show deference, doesn't show fear, just sits and waits. Snow studies her. Long silence, evaluating. Do you know why I wanted to meet with you? No, because you're exactly what the capital needs. A victor who isn't broken by the games, who doesn't need rehabilitation, who believes in what we've built here. I do believe. The games maintain order, prevent rebellion, ensure peace. You really think that? You're not performing for me? Performance would be inefficient. I'm stating facts. Snow smiles. Small, genuine. Your father is a peacekeeper, senior instructor. He raised you to understand the necessity of order. He did, and you absorbed those lessons. Obviously. How would you feel about serving the capital beyond your victory? Beyond mentorship, Katniss leans forward, interested, elaborate. The districts remain restless. Even after 74 years, rebellion simmers, small cells, minor uprisings. Nothing organized yet, but potential exists. You want me to eliminate them? I want someone loyal, skilled, discreet, someone who can travel without suspicion, a victor touring the districts, meeting citizens, and identifying threats, an assassin, a protector of peace. We can't deploy peacekeepers everywhere. Too visible, too aggressive. But a victor, beloved, celebrated, trusted. No one would suspect. Katniss considers this is what she was trained for, not just the games, but service, purpose beyond a single victory. I accept. You don't need time to think? No. You're offering me a role I'm qualified for. I execute it. That's logical. Snow laughs, quiet, appreciative. I knew you were different the moment I saw your private session. That shot, the apple, the absolute confidence. You don't question yourself. Self-doubt is inefficient. Indeed. Snow stands, extends his hand. Welcome to service, Miss Everdeen. Your first assignment will come after the victory tour. For now, rest, prepare. Train the next generation of District 2 tributes. They shake hands. Contract sealed. Katniss Everdeen is now the capital's weapon, officially. 6 months later, the victory tour. 12 districts, 12 speeches, 12 reminders that the capital won. That resistance is futile. That champions come from loyalty. District 12 is last. Poorest district. Most resentful. Most likely to harbor rebel sentiment. Katniss stands on the stage in the square. The same square where tributes are reaped. Where the girl she killed came from. The crowd is silent. Hostile. They lost both tributes. They have nothing to celebrate. She doesn't care. Gives her prepared speech. I stand before you as proof that the games create excellence. That dedication and training produce victory. District 12 sent 2 tributes. Neither were prepared. Neither survived. That's not the capital's fault. That's yours. If you want victors, train them. If you want to survive, be stronger. Silence. Then someone in the crowd shouts, "You killed children." Doesn't matter. I killed competitors. 23 of them. They entered the arena. They knew the rules. They lost. That's not murder. That's competition. Mayor tries to intervene. Miss Everdeen, perhaps we should. No, let them understand. The games aren't punishment. They're opportunity. District 2 produces victors because we embrace that opportunity. District 12 produces corpses because you don't. Change your culture. Change your results. She exits. The crowd is stunned, angry, but silent. What can they say? She's right by the capital's logic, and the capital's logic is all that matters. That night, her first assignment comes. Coded message from Snow's network. Target, Elias Morven, District 8 factory worker. Organizing sabotage, eliminate discreetly. Make it look like accident. Katniss studies the file. Photographs, daily routine, known associates, vulnerabilities. She has 3 days before leaving District 8. Plenty of time. She finds him on day 2. Watches his patterns. He walks the same route home from the factory, past an old warehouse, through an alley. Alone, she positions herself on a rooftop, 300 yards. Clear sightline, waits until he's in position. Alone, no witnesses. Single arrow. Through the heart, he drops instantly. She's already moving. Down the fire escape. Into the crowd. Gone before anyone finds the body. The local peacekeepers investigate. Find the body. No witnesses. No evidence. Ruled a random attack. Robbery gone wrong. Perfect execution. Katniss reports back to Snow's handler. Mission complete. Next assignment pending. This becomes her pattern. Victory tour by day. Assassinations by night. Protecting the capital. Eliminating threats. Serving order, she's good at it. Better than the games. This requires more patience, more planning, more precision. She feels nothing killing these people. They're threats. Variables, problems requiring solutions. Year 1 post-victory. The 75th Hunger Games approach. Katniss is now the youngest mentor in Games history, 18 years old. Training District 2's next tributes. The boy is Flavius, 17. Sword specialist, strong. Aggressive, reminds her of Cato. The girl is Enobaria, 15. Knife specialist, vicious. Sadistic, reminds her of Clove. She trains them brutally. No mercy, no softness. In the arena, you have one job: kill faster than you die. Everything else is sentiment. Sentiment gets you killed. Flavius, what about sponsors? We need to be effective. Sponsors want winners, not friends. Prove you can win. They'll support you. Enobaria, what about alliances? Temporary. Use them to eliminate weak tributes. Then betray them before they betray you. Trust no one. The training is effective. Both tributes score 9s in their private sessions. High enough to be threats, not high enough to attract excessive target acquisition. The games begin. Katniss watches from the mentor suite, analyzing, calculating, sending sponsor gifts when optimal. The bloodbath is efficient. Flavius and Enobaria join the career pack. Execute standard protocols. Control cornucopia. Hunt weak tributes. By day 4, they're in the final 6. Both alive. Both functional. Then the game makers announce a feast. Forced confrontation. The career pack fractures. Flavius and Enobaria find themselves fighting the District 1 tributes. 2 versus 2. Katniss sends a message via sponsor gift. Parachute with a knife and note. Enobaria, close combat. Flavius, support. They execute. Enobaria charges. Knife work. Brutal, efficient. Kills both District 1 tributes within 90 seconds. Flavius covers her, protects her back. They work as unit. Final 4 becomes Final 2. Flavius and Enobaria, both District 2. The game makers announce rule change. Only one victor allowed. Previous year's dual victory is revoked. New policy: Katniss watches. Knows what's coming. Flavius and Enobaria face each other. Both trained by her, both skilled. Both lethal. Enobaria moves first. Fast. Vicious. Knife toward Flavius's throat. He deflects. Sword blocks knife. They clash. Brutal. No mercy. It's Enobaria who wins. Smaller, faster, more vicious. She gets inside his guard. Knife through the ribs. Heart. He drops. Cannon fires. Enobaria stands over his body. Covered in his blood. No remorse. Just victory. The announcement comes: ladies and gentlemen, the victor of the 75th Hunger Games. Enobaria, District 2. Katniss watches. Calculates. 2 tributes, both trained by her. 1 dead, 1 victor. 75% mortality rate, but 100% victory rate for survivors. This is acceptable. Year 2 post-victory. Katniss's reputation grows. She's mentored 2 games. Both produced District 2 victors' 100% success rate when her tributes reach the finals. But her real work continues. Snow's assignments: District 11 rabble-rouser organizing protests. Eliminated during public speech. 300-yard shot. Blamed on random sniper. Never caught. District 8 factory saboteur planning equipment destruction. Eliminated in his apartment. Made to look like suicide. Investigators found evidence of depression. Case closed. District 13 scouts spotted near the border. Intercepted before he could report back. Body hidden. Never found. District 13 assumes he deserted. 18 confirmed eliminations in 2 years. 0 failures. 0 evidence. 0 suspicion. President Snow is pleased. She's become his most effective asset. Clean. Efficient. Loyal, but there's another development. Capital Society wants more from her. She's young, beautiful, deadly. The capital elite are fascinated, attracted. They want her. Snow calls her to his office. Year 3 post-victory. Miss Everdeen, we need to discuss your public image. Explain. You're a victor. That comes with certain expectations, social obligations. The capital citizens want access to you, particularly certain wealthy individuals. She understands immediately. You want me to prostitute myself I want you to maintain relationships that benefit the capital, gather intelligence, secure loyalty, use your assets. No, I kill for the capital. I train for the capital. I serve the capital's order, but I don't sell my body. That wasn't part of our agreement. Our agreement is that you serve as needed. This is a need. Find another way to meet it. I'm not a prostitute. I'm a soldier. Silence, long, tense. Then Snow laughs. Quiet, appreciative. You know what I respect about you, Miss Everdeen? You know your value. You don't negotiate from weakness. Very well. No social obligations. Parties, galas. Represent District 2. Maintain visibility. Acceptable. And you will be friendly, charming when necessary. I'll be professional. That will suffice. Contract renegotiated. She maintains autonomy, but provides visibility. Year 5 post-victory. The Quarter Quell announcement. The 75th Hunger Games. Special rules. As a reminder that even the strongest among us are not above the capital's power. The tributes for this Quarter Quell will be reaped from existing victors. Put back in the pool. 1 male, 1 female. Reaped. District 2 has 12 living victors. 6 male, 6 female. Katniss is one of them. Reaping Day. The square, the bowl with 6 female names. Katniss volunteers before the name is even read. Steps forward. Absolute confidence. I volunteer. Again. The crowd erupts. This is what they wanted. Their champion, going back, proving herself twice. The male tribute is Brutus, her former mentor. 60 years old, still deadly, former hand-to-hand specialist. They shake hands on stage. Mutual respect, mutual understanding that one of them will kill the other. The train to the capital. Again, 5 years later. Full circle. Brutus, you don't have to do this. Someone else would have volunteered. I know, but I want to prove it wasn't luck, wasn't circumstance. I'm the best. This confirms it. You've killed 18 people for Snow in the last 5 years. She looks at him. How did you know? The discreet trips, the convenient accidents. We all serve the same master. And nothing. I'm just saying you've already proven your loyalty. You don't need to win again. Yes, I do. Because the capital needs to see that perfection can be repeated. That I'm not a fluke. I'm the standard. The Quarter Quell begins. 24 victors, all trained, all deadly, all experienced. The bloodbath is different this time. No weak tributes, no easy kills. Everyone is dangerous. Katniss secures her bow, takes high ground, provides overwatch. But the victors know this tactic. They don't bunch up. They spread. They use cover. They make themselves difficult targets. She adapts, abandons the cornucopia, disappears into the arena. Ghost tactics. The career pack forms. Her, Brutus, the District 1 male victor, the District 4 female victor. But it's smaller, more cautious. They've all won before. They all know betrayal is coming. The arena is more sophisticated. Spinning cornucopia, segmented sections. Lightning sector, wave sector, fog sector, blood rain sector, game makers forcing movement, preventing camping. Requiring adaptation. Katniss excels. She reads the patterns, identifies the clock structure, predicts sector activations. She shares this intelligence with the pack, makes herself valuable, indispensable. Then she uses it to isolate targets, lures the District 4 female into the fog sector, watches her die. One less threat. Day 4. The pack is down to 3. Her, Brutus, District 1 male. The District 1 male tries to betray them, poisons their water supply, doesn't realize Katniss noticed. She switches the bottles. He drinks his own poison. Dies. Down to 2. Her and Brutus. It ends like this, he says. Student versus teacher. I learned from the best. You exceeded me, that's what good teaching produces. They fight. Not brutal, not emotional, just tactical. Professional. He's stronger, more experienced, better close combat skills, but she's faster, more patient, better long-range skills. She leads him into the lightning sector, knows the timing, knows when it activates. He's mid-charge when the lightning strikes, hits the tree next to him, doesn't kill him, but stuns him. She fires. Arrow through the heart, he drops. Cannon fires. Ladies and gentlemen, the victor of the 75th Hunger Games, Katniss Everdeen, District 2. Unprecedented in modern games history. only the second tribute ever to win twice. The capital goes insane. Celebrations, parades. She's a living legend. President Snow meets with her again. Remarkable, truly remarkable. You've cemented your legacy. And now I continue serving, mentoring, eliminating threats, maintaining order. What if I told you there's a bigger role available? Explained. The Career Academy in District 2, head instructor position, training the next generation, shaping them as you were shaped. This is evolution. From tribute to victor to mentor to assassin to educator, full circle, complete integration into the capital's machinery. I accept. She's the head of District 2's Career Academy, training hundreds of tributes, implementing her methodologies, her philosophies, her ruthlessness. The results are measurable. Under her leadership, District 2's victory rate increases to 70%. 7 out of 10 games won by her students. The tributes she produces are different. Colder, more efficient, less theatrical. They don't showboat. They don't waste time. They kill and move on. The capital loves it. The games become more brutal, more technical, more professional. Katniss attends every games, watches her students execute her teachings, feels satisfaction when they win, feels nothing when they die. She's also still active in Snow's network, older now, more experienced. Her eliminations are works of art. A rebel leader in District 11 organizing underground resistance. Eliminated during a rainstorm. Lightning strike, completely natural. Nobody suspects anything. A dissident in District 3 planning factory sabotage. Eliminated in a workplace accident. Equipment malfunction. Investigators find nothing suspicious. A District 13 infiltrator in District 6. Eliminated in traffic accident. Drunk driver. Case closed. 37 confirmed eliminations over 10 years. Perfect record. 0 failures. 0 captures. 0 suspicion. She's become exactly what Snow wanted. The perfect soldier. The perfect weapon. The perfect instrument of capital control. And she feels nothing about it. No guilt. No doubt. No moral crisis. This is who she is. This is what she was made to be. This is her purpose. The rebellion never forms. Without a mockingjay to inspire them, without a symbol to rally around, the districts remain fractured, afraid, controlled. District 13 stays hidden, never reveals itself, never provides support. The resistance movements Katniss eliminates die quietly, forgotten, erased. President Snow's regime continues unchallenged. Decade after decade, the Hunger Games continue. The capital's power remains absolute, and Katniss Everdeen stands at the center of it all. Victor, mentor, assassin, enforcer, the monster they made, the weapon they perfected, the apex predator, year 20 post-first victory. Katniss is 38 years old. She stands in the District 2 Career Academy training facility, watching the next generation, the children she's molding. They're sparring, brutal, efficient, perfectly trained killing machines. A young girl, 14 years old, executes a perfect arrow shot, 100 yards, moving target, headshot. The instructor notes it, brings the girl over to meet Katniss. Ma'am, this is Artemis, top of her class, archery specialist. Katniss studies the girl, sees herself 20 years ago. Same cold eyes, same predatory patience, same absolute confidence. What's your goal? Katniss asks. To win the Hunger Games, to bring glory to District 2, to serve the capital. Why? Because that's what champions do. Katniss nods. Good answer. When you volunteer, remember this. Kill fast. Kill clean. Kill alone. Trust no one. Feel nothing. Win everything. Yes, ma'am. The girl returns to training. Katniss watches her, sees the cycle continuing, the system reproducing itself, the capital's machine operating perfectly, and she feels satisfaction. This is success. This is what victory looks like. Not rebellion, not revolution, not change. Order, stability, control. The capital's vision realized, the districts kept in check, the games ensuring compliance. She's contributed to this, maintained it, perfected it. Some might call her a monster, a villain, a tool of oppression. She calls herself a soldier, a professional, a servant of order. The difference is perspective. And in Panem, only one perspective matters, the capital's. And from that perspective, she's a hero, a legend, a 2-time victor, the the greatest tribute in modern history. That night, she receives her latest assignment, coded message from Snow's network. Target, Marcus Chen. District 8, organizing workers, planning strike, eliminate before it spreads. She studies the file, same as dozens before. Threat, variable, problem, solution, elimination. She'll leave tomorrow, handle it discreetly, return within a week. Just another mission, just another target, just another day in service to the capital. This is who she is. This is what she does. This is her purpose. And she's very, very good at it. The final image, Katniss Everdeen standing in her apartment, looking out over the capital. The city lights below, the president's mansion visible in the distance. She's wearing her victor's crown, the one from her first victory, polished, perfect, symbol of everything she achieved. On her wall, photographs, her with President Snow, her with Capital Elite, her with her students who became victors. No family photos, no friends, no personal connections. Just service, just duty, just purpose. She turns away from the window, prepares her weapons, checks her arrows, begins planning the elimination of Marcus Chen. Tomorrow she travels to District 8, finds him, kills him, makes it look like an accident. Then she returns to District 2, continues training, continues mentoring, continues serving. This is her life, this is her legacy, this is her victory. And Panem never recovers, because the rebellion needed a Mockingjay, needed a symbol of hope, needed Katniss Everdeen the reluctant hero. Instead, they got Katniss Everdeen the career, the soldier, the weapon, and weapons don't start rebellions. They crush them. Let us know what alternate Hunger Games timeline you'd like to see next in the comments below. The end.